Osmotic pressure. I will teach you the most easy concept of osmotic pressure. I will also teach you my personal trick to solve osmotic pressure numerical problems. I challenge you, you will not find this type of amazing and easy explanation of osmotic pressure anywhere. I give you guarantee you will enjoy this explanation. First of all, let me teach you that what do higher concentration and lower concentration mean? Well, let's consider that you spray a perfume in one corner of a room. Now this corner contains a large number of perfume molecules packed into a small space. We call this a region of higher concentration. On the other hand, the opposite corner of the room has very few or almost no perfume molecules. This is a region of lower concentration. Remember that nature always tries to reduce this difference. So perfume molecules automatically move from the higher concentration region to the lower concentration region. Therefore, we say that higher concentration means more particles in a given space, while lower concentration means less particles in the same amount of space. Now we will understand osmosis and chemistry. Suppose we have pure water on one side and sugar solution on the other side, separated by a semi-permeable membrane. This membrane has small holes that allow only water molecules to pass through, and it doesn't allow big molecules like sugar molecules to pass through. So in practice, only water can move across the membrane. Now let me ask you, can you guess the movement of molecules? Well, it is super easy. We can see that in pure water side, there are more water molecules, so its concentration is high. While in sugar solution side, there are less water molecules, so its concentration is low. Thus, water will move from a high concentration region to a lower concentration region through this semi-permeable membrane. This movement of water molecules through semi-permeable membrane is called osmosis. Here, you may be thinking that why sugar molecules do not move from the higher concentration to lower concentration. The answer is simple. It is because the semi-permeable membrane does not allow sugar molecules to pass through. Thus remember that in osmosis, a semi-permeable membrane is essential. Although the solute or sugar is free, but it cannot pass through the membrane. So only the solvent or water move. Now I will take you to advanced level. We already know that osmosis is the movement of water molecules or solute particles from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. Here, let me ask you an important question which many are not understanding. Why water molecules move from a region of high concentration to a region of lower concentration? Believe me, if you understand this question, you understand osmotic pressure in a super easy way. Well, let me explain it. The pure water molecules are free to move in all directions. It means that these water molecules have higher energy. On the other side, the water molecule and sugar solution are not that much free. I mean, there is chemical interaction between water and sugar molecules, due to which the overall chemical potential energy of the molecules decreases. We know that in nature, energy always flows from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. Therefore, water molecules move from this side to this side. Let me tell you something interesting. We can also explain this according to entropy, but that will be little bit difficult for you. Hence note down this important concept. Now I will ask the most important question of this lecture. This one question will teach you the concept of osmotic pressure. When does osmosis stop? Well, there are two possibilities. It stops without external pressure or it stops with external pressure. In the first case, water molecules move from a region where they have high energy to a region where they have lower energy. When the energies of water molecules become equal, like 10 joule on either side, osmosis stops. This stage is called dynamic equilibrium. Remember this very important point which many students are not understanding. At dynamic equilibrium, the net movement of water molecules is zero. But the water molecules still move from one side to another side. I mean, if 10 molecules of water move from this side, then 10 molecules of water also move from opposite side. While in the second case, something very interesting happens. Let the energy of the water molecules and pure water side is 15 joule. We apply external pressure on the solution side. Let me repeat this important point. We apply external pressure on the solution side. This external pressure gives energy to the water molecules and the solution. As we increase the external pressure, let me increase the external pressure to 12.5 atmosphere. The energy of the water molecules also increases. A time reaches when the energy of the water molecules also becomes 15 joule. The energy of water molecules is equal to 15 joule on both sides. Hence, osmosis stops. This stage is called dynamic equilibrium and the net movement of water molecules becomes zero. Now listen carefully. At external pressure 12.5 atmosphere, osmosis stops. I mean, net movement of water molecules stops. We call this external pressure as osmotic pressure because it stops osmosis. Therefore, we define osmotic pressure as the minimum external pressure applied on the solution side to stop osmosis is called osmotic pressure. Remember that only the net movement of water molecules is zero. I mean, if 10 water molecules move from this side, then 10 water molecules move from the opposite side. Therefore, remember that osmotic pressure is the external pressure which we apply on solution side and it stops osmosis. Now, I want you to think like a scientist. Consider the previous example. We know that osmotic pressure of this sugar solution is 12.5 atmosphere. Let me ask you, what would happen if we increase pressure to 15 atmosphere? Can you guess the answer? Well, when we increase pressure to 15 atmosphere, it means that we also increases the energy of water molecules. The energy of water molecules in pure water side is 15 joule. But due to higher pressure on solution side, the energy of water molecules, let's say, increases to 25 joule. The energy of water molecules in solution is more than water molecules in pure side. Thus, water molecules will move from higher energy side to lower energy side. This process is called reverse osmosis. It is because water moves from solution side to pure water side. Therefore, remember that when external pressure is more than osmotic pressure, it is called reverse osmosis. Also note it down that to purify salty seawater, we use reverse osmosis. Now we will jump to the numerical part. We know that osmotic pressure is denoted by pi, which is equal to CRT, where C is molar concentration of the solution or just M molarity of the solution. R is universal gas constant and T is absolute temperature. Believe me, this equation and the different values of R and different units of pressure confuse students and they do not know how to solve numerical problems. But don't worry, I will teach you my personal trick which will make you master to solve any numerical problem instantly. I say pi is equal to GMRTV. Let me repeat it. Pi is equal to GMRTV, where G stands for given mass of the solute, M is the molar mass of the solute, R is universal constant, T is absolute temperature, and V is volume of the solution. Let me show you the power of this equation. First of all, I write if we calculate the value of pi and atmosphere, then we will use R is equal to 0.0821 atmosphere liter per mole per Kelvin. Secondly, 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliter, or 1 liter is equal to 1000 centimeter cubed. This is all you need to remember. Consider this numerical problem. 100 gram urea is dissolved in 5 liter solution at 25 degrees centigrade. Calculate osmotic pressure. Well, I write the given data. We know that the solute is urea. The formula of urea is NH2CONH2. Its molar mass M is equal to 60 gram. The given mass of urea G is 100 gram. The volume V of the solution is 5 liter. The temperature T is 25 degrees centigrade. I convert it to Kelvin. Secondly, we will find the value of osmotic pressure and atmosphere. So we will use R is equal to 0.0821. We already know that pi is equal to GMRTV. The value of G is 100 gram, that of M is 60 gram, that of R is 0.0821, that of T is 298 Kelvin, and that of V is 5. After calculation, I get pi is equal to 8.15 atmosphere. Thus, the osmotic pressure of urea in 5 liter solution is 8.15 atmosphere. Now consider this numerical problem. Calculate the osmotic pressure in Pascal exerted by a solution prepared by dissolving 1 gram of polymer, molar mass 185,000 gram, and 450 ml of water at 37 degrees centigrade. Well, I write the given data. The solute is a polymer. Its mass G is 1 gram. Its molar mass M is 185,000 gram. Its volume is 450 ml. I convert it to liter. I get 0.45 liter. The temperature is 37 degrees centigrade. I convert it to Kelvin. I get 310 Kelvin. Now listen carefully. We are asked to find the osmotic pressure in Pascal, but I will find it in atmosphere. Once I get the pressure and I can easily convert it to Pascal. So here the value of R is 0.0821. We already know that pi is equal to GMRTV. The value of G is 1 gram, that of M is 185,000, that of R is 0.0821, that of T is 310 Kelvin, that of V is 0.45. After calculation, I get pi is equal to 0.0035 atmosphere. Now I will convert this value to Pascal. We know that is equal to 1.01 and to 10 raised to the power 5 Pascal. I write pi is equal to 0.00305 and to 1.01 and to 10 raised to the power 5. After calculation, I get 30.80 Pascal. Thus, the osmotic pressure of polymer in 450 ml solution is 30.80 Pascal. Also remember that one of the biggest uses of osmotic pressure is to find the molar mass of big proteins. For example, consider this question. 200 cm cube of an aqueous solution of a protein contains 1.26 gram of the protein. The osmotic pressure of such a solution at 300 Kelvin is found to be 2.57 and to 10 raised to the power negative 3 bar. Calculate the molar mass of the protein. Well, we can see that the given osmotic pressure is in bar. We will convert it to atmosphere. We know that 1 atmosphere is equal to 1.01325 bar. The given pressure in bar is 2.57 and to 10 raised to the power negative 3 bar. After calculation, I get 2.54 and to 10 raised to the power negative 3 atmosphere. The given mass of protein and water is 1.26 gram. The volume of the solution is 200 cm cube or 0.2 liter. The temperature is 300 Kelvin. The osmotic pressure of the solution is 2.54 into 10 raised to the power negative 3 atmosphere. We are asked to find the molar mass of the protein. We know that osmotic pressure pi is equal to gmRTV. I shift m from the right hand side to the left hand side. I write m is equal to g upon pi and to RTV. The value of g is equal to 1.26. That of pi is 2.54 into 10 raised to the power negative 3. That of r is 0.0821. That of T is 300 Kelvin and V is 0.2. After calculation, I get 61.09 into 10 raised to the power 3 gram per mole. Thus, the molar mass of the protein is 61.09 into 10 raised to the power 3 gram per mole. Therefore, using this super trick, we can easily solve any numerical problem of osmotic pressure.